Bangalore trip.
Marji, can you repeat that shloka you were talking about? Avashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaro bhavet yadi.
Yeah. Avashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaro. Ti is hraswa. Dirgha also same meaning. Pratikaro also similar meaning. But here pratikaro bhavet yadi. Bhavet yadi. Then avashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaro bhavet yadi. Tada dukkairna lipyeran. 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 That is Atmanepadi. Vidhilinga. So dukkaihi na lipyeran. Nala Rama Yudhishthiraha. That is one word. Nala Rama Yudhishthiraha. So we all know the story of Nala and Damayanti and Rama, of course, Yudhishthira. So Dukkaihi na lipyeran Nala Rama Yudhishthiraha. So let me repeat that. Vashyam bhavi bhavanam pratikaro bhavedyadi tada dukkairna lipyeran Nala Rama Yudhishthiraha.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, please do.
I still couldn't find the hand, but anyway. We always talk about that Arjuna did not count himself in the Vishwa Rupam. Can you explain it to me a little bit? Like, I know we say Dvaita and where it came from.
Right. So that is part of there is the 2 or 3 things that have to all come together. Okay. So from the pot example, it's not difficult to appreciate Satyam and Mithya. It's not difficult to appreciate that wave is water, everything is water there. Here, everything is clay. All objects are nothing but clay. That part is understood. Satyam and Mithya is understood. Then what happens? There is one part that has to be understood, which is Aham Satyam. Aham Satyam has to be understood properly, right? What is Satyam? What will lead to Satyam? The whole world is sustained by one Satyam. That is not difficult to follow. That's the word. Sooner or later we understand. But then this aham is there, this abhimana is there with the deha. So this I am a mortal is a very highly entrenched, deeply entrenched idea. I am a mortal and I am individual and I am separate from everything. I am studying Shastram. Okay. I am doing this. I am a karma yogi. I am this, that. Okay. So this I is there very much. So I is always standing separate. I will not allow us to dissolve itself because I is most insecure I, so it will not allow. Ahankara will not. That idea that I am this much, I am somebody or nobody, whatever body it is, that is ahankara, correct? Family abhimana is there. So much abhimana is there. Our entire life history is there in this head. And so that abhimana is just there. Can't go. And therefore, Arjuna looks at this Vishwarupa with that abhimana. Abhimana is the last thing to go, Anuradhaji. So the teaching progresses. And so the whole is clear, but I am that whole. I am the water. The wave has to say, I am the water and I pervade the ocean. That takes a little extra. Therefore, Puja Swamiji says he took himself to be different from this cosmos. That is the way to understand that.
Okay.
So it's easy to see the cosmos, Vishwarupa, that I God, Vishwarupa Darshana. I God. I'm so blessed. Huh? I'm so blessed means what? This Ahankara is so blessed, right? Only if there is Ahankara, I can be blessed. If Ahankara itself is not there, where is the blessing? I'm so blessed, Bhagavan Krishna, that you blessed me with the Vishwarupa Darshana. Means I'm separate. So it's in my mind, it flows logically.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's why, see, that's why we have this growing out of this. I am a mortal and God will take care of me. That is where maximum people can go. That's where maximum. Therefore, all religions are very useful for that person. God will take care of me in heaven. And look, heaven is okay. After a few more years, I'll be in heaven, okay? Because I'm a devotee of God. It's fine. People are fine with that. Next jump is where, it's like in fact, it's going against the tide, against the, what do you call that? The river is flowing this way. The salmon is going against the flow. It is so. The other day I was watching a video with a friend whom I visited in Bengaluru. We did PhD together and all. So we go back 40 years. And no, Vaidya, you don't know him because he was ME, mechanical engineer. Okay. That's why you may not have met him. And I also would not have met him. But there was something called International Center in Purdue University. And it's such an old house which has some 3 stories or 4 stories. And they put one person from one country in each of the rooms, all small rooms. And so I ended up being in one of the rooms. Because I was some president of this, that, India students, something. I don't know how we got selected. One person from Brazil was there, 2 people from Bolivia, 2 from India, one from where else? Bolivia and Ethiopia. Predimos Saifu was there from Ethiopia, and so many. It's really an international center that way. But then the ground floor of that house was meant for events, that any organization could book that hall, and then you could cook, you could do so many things. So we were part of that, and that's where he was also there, and I was also there. That's how I met him. And so he's a lover of this animal world. So he's analyzed it thoroughly, and he can talk about it for hours and hours and hours and days also. And I also love it. We used to watch these things together. We used to come back at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock from our respective graduate schools. And then we used to sit in the International Center and watch some National Geographic shows together. And so he had a big TV. I have not been watching TV at all. He had a big TV and he has this, I think, subscription to whatever. And then the beautiful, big, large TV and these things we were watching. It was nice to watch and catch up. And the salmon comes. And we were talking. I was telling him, I can't figure out why the salmon, it has to go all the way to the source of the river where it was born. And it has to go against the tide. And it becomes against the tide. Okay. It will go there and it will die. Okay. It is going to die essentially. It is going to go lay some eggs and then it will die. That's it. And what a life it is, going against the tide. And so This Advaita Vedanta is going against the tide. The tide is saying, God will take care of you and be a good devotee, do dharma, and you'll go to heaven and be there ever after. That's perfect. I think we should stick with that. But Advaita takes us even more and says, hey, there is no such thing called God that is separate from you. Separate from you. You and God are essentially identical. In fact, you are the world. There's no going and coming for Atma. Jiva is going and coming all right, but finally Atma cannot go anywhere. You are that Atma. Tattvamasi Shvetake. This is, if I'm not ready, this sounds what? This sounds like mumbo jumbo. Correct? Going against the tide. Vedanta goes against the tide. Like the Salma. Like the Salma. And then after that it's peaceful. It's not afraid of death and all. Body goes and that's okay. Let body go. My job is to go. But everybody else, I want to live ever after in the Vaikuntha. That's very joyful. Bhoga. This is bhoga. If as long as I'm after bhoga, then I will be stuck. I'll be stuck. That's what Advaita, that's what we say. And so it's really grand. I think I personally think it's not boasting or not. Advaita is what distinguishes Hinduism from every other religion. Just this is a blunt, this is a statement. Because otherwise, everybody else says we go to heaven, gods are different. The rituals are different, traditions are different, looks are different, way I dress is different. So I say Allah or I say this one or that one. Okay. They're all different. I mean, there are other differences also. But I'm saying the religion is like that. That's what is religion, finally. For the majority, that's what is religion. That's why I'm a Hindu or I'm a Christian or But if you begin to ask fundamental questions, it will drive you towards Advaita. You cannot, but thankfully Advaita Vedanta is there. Acharyas are there from whom we can all learn. So I think it's the saving grace of our Dvaita, this Dvaita Prapancha. Yeah. And yet live in Dvaita. There can't be a conflict. Aham Brahmasmi, but then everything is Dvaita. I can't eat myself. I have to go eat food. That I-ness must be there still. So that enlightened Ahankara has to be. So no conflict whatsoever. Correct? Oh, thank you for that question, Anuradha. Okay, there you go. So Satyaji is saying, lead Asatoma Satgat, Tamasoma Jyotir, Nityorma Mritanga. And then Om Purnamada Purnamidam. Yeah. So lead me from unreal to real. After leading me to the real, I'm still alive. Jivan Mukti is there. But I am still dealing with unreal or real. I am real, but so-called unreal things are very much there. They are not going to disappear. Unreality will not disappear. Disease will hit my body sooner or later. I have to deal with disease. I can't simply say disease is unreal and ignore it. People will say you're an idiot. You're a teacher. You're supposed to be practical. Otherwise, what kind of role modeling is? That's what they will criticize the Guru. Guru says, I can bear all this. Okay, that is a siddhi. That has nothing to do with moksha. I can bear all disease and pain is not moksha. Correct? So that is a siddhi. Some people are able to bear that. But you can't encourage other people to get that siddhi. That is not correct. Siddhi is anatma. It is aparavidya. We are talking about paravidya here. That's why this bhoga is just too attractive to us. Pleasant, I want all pleasant experiences all the time. Good to have pleasant experiences. Nothing wrong. We'll pray for it. But how do I deal with unpleasant experiences? That is why Karma Yoga is so important. So important. Anyway, so we'll continue that discussion. Any other questions? So that's why we have to stay with the teaching. We have to keep on staying with the teaching. Stay. Once, you know what happened? I was still studying, listening to Swamiji constantly. Then I was doing something else. I was doing some seva and other things, and I used to do a lot of seva. Engaged in a lot of seva. And then I told somebody, it's been a while since I listened to Swami. You know what he advised me? He says, stay with the teaching. You do whatever seva you want, but don't stop listening. That's advice my friend gave. So I know the value of that. Stop listening, because the subject matter is like that. If I leave it out, then there are so many forces that are going to say you're not okay. You're not okay is the message I'm getting all the time. So this one says you are okay. You don't even have to, without going to heaven itself, you're okay. Hey, that's something we have to fully understand. So, Shravanam Kuru. Paun of Punyena Shravanam Kurya. Paun of Punyena means what? Again and again. Our sannyasis are still attending classes of other swamis. Why? Because that's how it is. Once that Sthita Prajnatvam comes, of course, nothing can shake the person. Shravanam is so important. Because we are trying to solve a problem that does not fundamentally exist. Solve a problem that everybody accepts there is a problem. Okay, then there is a solution. But here there is a problem that does not exist. Does not really exist. There is no absolute problem at all. I am the problem, I am the solution. That's why, that's what makes it very different. Aparam chet praptavyam.
Param chet jnatavyam.
Param chet jnatavyam. In my mind, it all falls in place. Everything falls in place. Nicely it gels. All traditions, we can make sense out of tradition. Everything is beautiful. Everything has a role. Friendship has a role. Family has a role. Children have a role. Everything has a role. Great. Good. Anything else? Yeah, Satish ji was asking about that trip. Yeah.
Thank you for,
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaye Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaye Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanathaye Shri Mahavishnave Namaha. Thank you.